Good morning. It is July 20th. I just left camp not too long ago, and I'm going to try to hike 26 miles today. A little bit up and down, of course. But it seems like mostly we're going to be kind of like on a ridge, so it shouldn't be too bad of an incline. Maybe some snow patches, we'll see. But, yeah, so I woke up this morning and I was packing up, and last night, mosquitoes didn't bother me. This morning, oh my god. I don't know what I did to wake them up and make them mad and want to bite me all over the place. Well, I mean, they're just hungry. Actually, they're starting to bite me now. Again, so sorry. I gotta walk and talk. Yeah, I had a good little camp spot by myself. And got out. It's like 5:30 right now, which makes me happy. It was a little chilly this morning, so I had a hard time getting out of bed at 4 o'clock. So, but it's better than yesterday. Yesterday I got out at like 6:30, and it was a struggle to get done towards the end. Anyways, I'm gonna get hiking. So the sun was kind of blinding me before, but I really like how still the water is because you can really see the trees reflected on the edges. So even though sometimes I don't like hiking on this side of an exposed edge, this area sure is pretty. I like the orangish soil and the pine trees and the wildflowers. And then, of course, there's mountains, but there's also these lakes that keep on being dotted throughout everything. And it just, I don't know, makes me smile when I see one, even though I haven't taken the chance to hang out by one yet. Mostly because I'm just focused on getting through my day. But I think in Oregon or Washington, one of the two, there'll definitely be more of them, and I'll plan to camp by one if I don't camp or take lunch by one if I don't already through Northern California. But today I definitely have to make my miles in for sure, because tomorrow at some point Old Faithful and I will cross paths. We checked in with each other this morning. He's leaving Etna, and depending on where he ends up tonight, he'll be 5 to 10 miles away from where I'm supposed to end up tonight. So I need to end up where I end up tonight so I can catch him on trail, hopefully. So that's the plan. And I was looking ahead a little bit. I'll probably stay overnight in Etna, and then the next town stop, which isn't really a town, but it's got food, is an RV park in Syed Valley area. And that's like 50 miles away from Etna. So I, at the moment, just plan to hop in and hop out of that one. Just get lunch or dinner there and keep hiking. And then after that, the next town stop is Ashland, Oregon, if I looked at everything correctly. So we are getting very close to that Oregon border. Got 100-ish miles left. It'll probably be less than that by the time I get to camp today. I'll have to double check. But that's really exciting. I mean, I do have 585.9 miles. I skipped this year as I'm part of Northern California. But right now we're not going to think about that. So I'm already stressed out about getting all my miles in in the time frame I need to. So, but yeah, the plan is to still hike towards the border, and then if I have time, go back down, try to do some of the Sierras. I'm trying to finish the trail, but you know, I still have another, I looked at last night, so the Oregon section is 492 miles, and the Washington section is 505 miles, according to Far Out. So, like, that's another 900 miles, you know, that I need to get through, plus the 100 I'm in. So, 100 or so. No, there's more than 100. It's like 170. So, yeah, a little over 1,000 miles left as of right now to try to get through before I can even think about skipping back down to pick up the ones I missed. And that's quite a chunk. But I can just only take it one day at a time and do my best to knock out a 25 each day that I'm out here. At least a 20 minimum. And see where I land. I think there's cows up there. I can hear bells. Yeah, I'm mooing. They're somewhere up that hill. Yeah, there's definitely cattle up here. They're up on that ridge. I hear all their bells and they're mooing, and they're like slowly moving this way. So I'll have to look more into it, but there's definitely like cows on trail in general. I usually see their poop. I've yet to see a cow. But I think in some areas they actually just let herds roam for the most part, like as part of like keeping underbrush, or maybe there's ranchers' rights or something. I don't know. I have to look more into it. But there's definitely a herd up there. Most of the cows have bells on. You can hear them. Just like clang, 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 like all over the place. And you know, that's to, I guess, if you want to kind of find them, but also to, you know, let bears and other predators know that they're coming and to kind of scare them away. But I don't know. I'll have to look more into it, because like where I'm at is kind of remote-ish. Like there are some day hiker areas, but like I don't see any ranches in the distance, you know, like houses in the distance or anything like that. So I have to look into maybe if I'm curious enough and remember when I get into town, look into like the whole cattle, and because there's like cattle around the Sierras too, and there's been cattle in other places where it seems pretty remote to have a herd and have it be practical for any type of like meat industry type of thing going on. So I'll have to look into it. Look at these flowers things. They're like little poof balls, but made out of flowers. They're like all over the place. It's kind of neat. Yes. If you were a Pokemon, you would have Pokemon. So we got a deer just hanging out on trail, laying down. I don't know if it's sick or what, but I'm gonna try to get around it. It literally just got off a trail, let me pass by, and now it's going to sit in the shade again. Cute. Oh, it's so cute. There's a little timer on the top of my phone. It says I only have an hour left of footage, which means my phone is getting full again. I cleared it out a little bit back in Reno. I must have not done enough. So I'm gonna have to go back and delete a bunch of like earlier trail stuff that I've already transferred over to USB. So I might have to wait till Etna to do that. So I guess long story short is I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to film between here and Etna. I don't think I'll film an hour's worth, but you never know. I haven't come across one of these in a while. There's a rattlesnake up ahead here. Just crossed the trail. It's in this bush over here. Oh, where's it going? I'm gonna try to go parallel to it. Alright, didn't get it on camera. Not really. Those ones are interesting. It's kind of like greenish, except for the end of its tail. The end of its tail has like really dark black and then light gray banding, and then the rattle. Like I knew they were up here. I saw a picture of one, but I haven't seen one in a very, very long time. Kind of hoping I wasn't gonna run into any more. Alright. Man, boy did I jump back like 10 feet though. Because I was just in my zone, and all of a sudden I see something crawling across the trail, and I was like, oh shit. It's not just like a harmless snake, that's a rattlesnake. And I like jumped back. Well, maybe not 10 feet, but I definitely like stopped immediately. It was like, oh no. But anyways, I'm gonna get hiking. So this is very pretty right now. But if I'm being brutally honest, I can't quite tell where the trail goes through there. And it's making me nervous. And I know I'm fine. I know the trail's fine. I know we're probably not going over any of those snow. I mean, definitely not the higher ones. But like, my brain is just going nuts right now. But the good news is I can see a trail to the lake. So I'm near the next junction. And my camp spot is like, that I want to try to get to is like 0.6 away from that or something. So I'm going to get hiking. But I mean, otherwise the trail looks fine. I mean, like, that looked scary a moment ago too. So I just wish my brain would settle down on this trail sometimes. But at least I'm learning some new things about myself. How to deal with it and that it exists. Different things setting it off and whatnot. But I'm gonna get hiking. It's gonna be almost 8 o'clock before I get to camp, so I wanna get moving. These succulent plants are pretty. These ones are also new. Oh wow, look at these ones.